And perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him.
I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying.
The drama surrounding Whoopi Goldberg's escalating feud with Elon Musk has erupted into one of the most surreal courtroom spectacles of the year. What initially started as a series of snide remarks from Whoopi on The View about Musk's parenting choices, specifically mocking the unique name of his son X, has spiraled into a multimillion-dollar lawsuit, leaked receipts, and public meltdowns that have turned this celebrity clash into a full-blown media firestorm. And what's more shocking is that Whoopi, who once brushed off the controversy with dismissive laughter, is now facing the very real possibility of professional collapse. The moment Whoopi mocked Elon Musk's child on national television, it was clear she crossed a line, but few anticipated how far Musk would go in response. For months, Musk remained silent, refraining from his usual online clapbacks. But instead of letting it slide, he went full throttle, filing a $900 million lawsuit that didn't just claim defamation. It outlined a deliberate pattern of character assassination, targeting not only his personal choices but also accusing ABC and The View of waging a smear campaign backed by undisclosed interests. According to court filings, Musk alleged that Whoopi had been secretly benefiting from media circles that stood to gain from dragging his name and reputation through the mud. It wasn't just about jokes anymore. It was about power, influence, and the use of national platforms to push specific narratives under the guise of opinion.
Saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
Wait a second, come on, man, this is too.
Inside the courtroom, the scene was tense and theatrical. Reports suggest Whoopi was visibly shaken, a stark contrast to her usual televised confidence. As Musk's legal team played clips of her public contradictions and unveiled financial disclosures allegedly linking her to media interests actively working to discredit Musk, her demeanor shifted drastically. Witnesses describe her whispering frantically to her legal counsel, burying her face in her hands, and at one point, appearing to wipe away tears. It was the unraveling of a media icon in real time, brought on by the very commentary she had long built her reputation on. But Elon Musk didn't stop at personal vindication. He used the moment to shine a light on deeper issues. Specifically, what he believes is a weaponization of media platforms to target individuals who refuse to conform. He used his testimony to discuss freedom of speech, the dangers of misinformation double standards, and the way legacy outlets conveniently forget their own missteps while ruthlessly punishing others. One segment of the courtroom exchange even featured a clip of Musk calling out the BBC for their past publishing of false stories, turning the tables in a way few expected. His defense wasn't just about personal redemption. It was a full-on offensive against what he sees as media hypocrisy. Back at ABC, chaos ensued. Executives reportedly scrambled into emergency meetings, worried not only about the reputational damage but also the mounting advertiser backlash. Internal whispers hinted at Whoopi's potential suspension, or worse, termination. With mounting legal fees, an ongoing PR disaster, and a host who would become a liability instead of an asset, the future of The View itself was being called into question. Some insiders even admitted they feared this scandal could be the nail in the coffin for the already beleaguered daytime talk show. Yet through all this, Whoopi tried to defend her position. She claimed she was misunderstood, that she never intended to mock a child, and that her statements were taken out of context. But the damage had been done. Her attempts to soften her stance rang hollow to critics and many viewers. The same audience who once cheered her boldness now viewed her as reckless and out of touch, especially in the face of Musk's composed and calculated legal strategy. Meanwhile, public opinion began to shift dramatically in Musk's favor. While he's long been a polarizing figure, this situation cast him in a new light, not just as a tech titan or provocateur, but as a father defending his family and reputation. Many viewers saw his actions as justified and long overdue, particularly in an age when powerful media figures often seem to operate with impunity. The lawsuit, rather than being dismissed as a vanity project, was seen as a legitimate stand against unchecked bias, and perhaps a turning point in how public figures push back against narratives spun by those with platforms and agendas. By the time the final clips were played and court adjourned, it was clear the scales had tipped. Whoopi was no longer just a bold talk show host. She had become the face of a crumbling media model, one where accountability had long taken a back seat to provocation. Elon Musk, on the other hand, had transformed from victim to victor in a trial that seemed less about one bad joke and more about the culture war between traditional media and its challengers. Now the internet has taken over. Memes, analysis videos, reaction clips, and fan theories dominate social media, dissecting every moment of Whoopi's courtroom collapse. while viewers debate whether The View will survive or whether its long-standing legacy has finally met its match. What this case proves is that the tides are turning. The days when powerful media personalities could say anything without fear of consequence may be coming to an end. And while the verdict is still technically pending, the court of public opinion has already delivered its judgment, and it's one that will echo through talk shows, newsrooms, and legal departments for years to come.